So, the well-known pastor, Kevin DeYoung, had some things to say about the Moscow mood. This video is about how much that article revealed the struggles of the Reformed Church in the United States, and the fact that it cannot connect to its people, not even its own parishioners. One thing that DeYoung is careful to do in this article is to not make aleatory attacks. He sticks to his issue. And so he specifically mentions some things that are praiseworthy that have been done by Christians in this town. This actually connects a little bit to the problem and connected to what I want to say is an article, which I'll post a link to below, called Moscow Mood or Mud and Blood. It's written by a pastor who describes himself as having a sort of blue-collar background. So he mostly frames this discussion in terms of class, which is a Reformed problem. I want to frame it in terms of another device that he used, this pastor, in talking about till we have faces. And comparing Fox to the priest of Ugrit, of comparing intellect to viscera. So enough preamble. Here it is in a nutshell. The Reformed problem in this country is that it is intellectual. And DeYoung's objections are to the intellectual tone. Not even the theology, right? He chose not to address any theological disagreements. It's the tone of the discourse. He uses the word intellect or intellectual several times throughout his piece. DeYoung condemns a certain way that Douglas Wilson speaks about something as being sensual. Saying that something is sensual is apparently enough to make it inappropriate. Let's not say damnable, let's just say inappropriate. And this is the problem. This is the disconnect. Christians want a faith that works out through their fingertips. They want something concrete. They want something covenantal. Instead, what the Reformed churches offer is a bit of pseudo-intellectual pap. Now, this pastor, whom I don't know, who wrote the Mud and Blood article, he was raised in a sort of blue-collar environment and now operates in a more philosophical and theological environment. I was raised in an intellectual environment. And that's one of the things that's attracted me to Moscow. And I don't mean, like DeYoung talked about, I'm not trying to insult any of the smart people who move to Moscow. And that's well taken. What I mean is that the intellect does not satisfy. You want something incarnational. You want something sensual. I was part of the PCA for quite a while. And what is the struggle of so many PCA churches? That they can't connect outside of certain classes. I have to leave that to the Reformed Baptists, or gasp, the Pentecostals. The Reformed would do well to pay attention to the incarnational, robustly living, sensual Reformed congregations among them. And yes, that may take you getting a little more sacramental, but that's another video.
What day is it today? Remind me.
It's Sunday, Mr. Pinch.
Sunday. And what do we do on a Sunday morning, wherever we happen to be? We go to church, you bloody heathen!